Boston College is a remarkable institution. The school and its community are continually growing and changing for the better. But one constant remains: BC's commitment to Jesuit ideals. When you come back to visit campus, you may notice new buildings, activities, and events. Though things may have changed since you were here, you can still stay connected to BC.
We can continue to be men and women for others by getting involved at BC. No matter where you live or when you graduated, there are opportunities for you to help out, stay connected, and stay involved. Your next step towards building a deeper connection with BC is to watch this year's edition of the Boston College Alumni Association video newsletter, Reinvesting in Our Jesuit Roots. Boston College has always boasted a rich Catholic tradition, and the BC community strives to keep in touch with its Jesuit roots. This goal is reflected in the recent opening of the Boston College School of Theology and Ministry. The school was formed in 2008 when the Weston Jesuit School of Theology merged with the Institute of Religious Education and Pastoral Ministry.
We wanted to have Boston College become the world's leading Catholic university and theological center. And so by having the Weston Jesuit School of Theology reaffiliated, we are progressing toward that goal of having these resources available for the church.
The school is on the newly purchased land in Brighton, across Comm Ave from BC's lower campus. The School of Theology and Ministry has the largest theology faculty in North America. Both students and faculty alike have a great resource in the Theology Library, which has over 2.4 million volumes.
One of our primary missions, one of our primary goals, is to offer students opportunities to develop and grow, not only intellectually, but also spiritually, pastorally, personally, because we are certain here that those areas of what it means to be human ought not to be seen as separate or somehow independent, that they're really all of a piece.
The school aims to accomplish these goals through research, reflection, and practice to educate all students.
The biggest benefit, I think, for students coming to the School of Theology and Ministry is they are going to get a top-notch theological education taught by a faculty that's extremely talented in a setting that has tremendous resources.
The Boston College School of Theology and Ministry is beginning to instill in our students an understanding of Jesuit ideals in the classroom. Now more than ever, Boston College is emphasizing these ideals as a foundation for undergraduates. As freshmen, BC teaches us to fully commit ourselves to the heights. Orientation is an important part of this process.
Our programs in first year have a peer component because we find that peer voice is very important, and it articulates the mission in a way that's very compelling to our students. And so our small group activity will do that continually throughout the 3 days that they're with us. But our orientation leaders will also be speaking to parents. They'll be doing it formally in a panel. They'll also be doing it very informally in the variety of ways in which they will interact with our parents while they're here during those 3 days.
Whether we're graduates of 1959, 89, or 2009, we know the importance of leading our lives as men and women for others. We're all Eagles for life, and we all strive to embody the Jesuit ideals that BC taught us.
These days, public awareness of environmental issues has been growing rapidly. All around the world, people are being challenged to assess their environmental impact. Boston College has met this challenge with a number of successful innovations, aiming to become a leader in environmental stewardship and sustainability. These efforts are in the spirit of the Jesuit motto, Men and Women for Others, expanding it to Men and Women for Others and the Planet.
BC switched over in the residence halls this past September to single-stream recycling from dual-stream recycling. Dual-stream would have been a separate stream for paper products, cardboards, and then everything else would have gone in the other stream. And so proponents of single-stream recycling say that it will increase the amount that you recycle by 30%. Given that you make it easier for people to do the right thing. For the operations side, which basically handles day-to-day type waste, we have recycled from September through March 37% of our waste. As of February 2007, we had individually metered our residence halls on campus, and starting of February of 2009, we took that metering information and we put it on a dashboard.
Students used the Energy Dashboard to monitor power use on campus during the Energy Games in February and March, where residence halls competed to conserve the most energy. Edmonds won the lower campus competition this year. They achieved a 12% energy reduction. Other initiatives on campus include participation in Recyclemania, a national recycling competition in which BC placed first in the ACC last year, and the second annual BC's Green Week, with events organized by students, professors, and administrators. These enhancements have helped BC improve its score from B- to B on the College Sustainability Report Card, and we received 4 A's in the categories of food and recycling, student involvement, transportation, and investment priorities. One of the most successful advancements has been the creation of The Loft at Addie's, a new restaurant introduced to the lower dining hall last year. A result of the collaboration between Real Food BC and BC Dining, it quickly became a popular spot. This cafe uses local foods and healthy ingredients that are extremely popular, helping BC with its mission to conserve resources and reduce its environmental impact.
There's a lot that's new on campus at BC this year, and Addie's is only one of the exciting additions. Getting around at BC has gotten a lot easier too. This past fall, UGBC unveiled GPS tracking systems on all of the buses. Now, students can go online and see exactly where each bus is on a map, updated every second. Students can even check where the bus is on their cell phones. Over the past few years, there's been frequent construction all over the BC campus. The university's latest project is underway, a renovation of Gasson Hall. The reconstruction is scheduled to be completed by the fall of 2011. Boston College is a constantly evolving, constantly improving environment. The students and administration will continue to think of ways to fulfill the school's motto, ever to excel.
Boston College continues to stay at the forefront of research, with work by professors such as Dr. Michael Naughton, whose research team recently captured elusive electrons with nanotechnology devices.
In a general sense, nanotechnology is the creation and use of devices, but it's not all about devices, it's about science and technology and discovery on small sizes. To set the scale, the diameter of a hair is 100,000 nanometers. So we're working about 10 to 100,000 times smaller than the diameter of a hair. At BC, we're using nanoscience and technology to build high-efficiency solar cells, to build these single-molecule cancer detectors.
Dr. Naughton and his colleagues' work attempts to improve solar power efficiency. It could potentially result in a reduction of the cost of solar energy from $3 to $4 per watt to as little as 5 cents per watt. Innovations are being made in the classroom too, as with Carroll School of Management professor John Gallagher's Tech Trek program. The Tech Trek is an award-winning elective course that combines classwork with a 2-week visit to Silicon Valley, where students meet with senior executives at companies such as Apple, Google, and eBay.
Undergraduate Tech Trek is a great way for BC undergrads to get face time with some of the most influential people in Silicon Valley.
It's innovations like these that keep BC's national ranking on the rise and research on the move. Over the past year alone, BC faculty members have received a total of $45 million for research projects, enabling Boston College to better serve the world.
Service has long been an integral part of life at Boston College. The university often invokes the famous words of St. Ignatius.
Go set the world aflame.
BC students have answered the call. Each year, more and more students participate in service opportunities.
I went to West Virginia for Appalachia.
I volunteered at Pine Street Inn at downtown Boston.
I volunteer at the blood drives whenever they hold them.
I volunteered at a clothing drive in downtown Boston.
The Gulf Coast area of Mississippi to help Hurricane Katrina victims.
I went to Mexico.
I went to Kenya.
Dominican Republic.
To further facilitate service at BC, the university started the Volunteer and Service Learning Center in 2003.
So the desire was to create a spot where any student could come during the year and say, I want to get involved, I don't know exactly what I want to do, but can you tell me what's out there and how I can become a part of it? At the heart of this, we believe that service is a relational enterprise. It's about people engaging with other people. That's where it aligns with the Jesuit mission, and that is this idea that the rhetoric of becoming women and men for others becomes a reality.
Continuing this tradition, the Ahana Leadership Council partnered with Teach for America to run a winter break service trip to Clarksdale, Mississippi.
We were a group of about 26 students, and we split the group up. And some of us worked with the schools, directly with the teachers and the students doing diagnostic reading assessment exams. So the greater mission of ALC, just capitalizes on justice and service to the community.
It's not only BC students who are involved, alumni are committed to service too. Former BC football standout Gosder Cherelis founded his namesake foundation in September 2009 to, quote, improve the lives of underserved and underprivileged populations in the United States and Haiti. On a broader scale, BC alums participated in the Alumni Association's annual National Day of Service, and the Eagle Volunteer Corps allows them to stay connected with a variety of volunteer opportunities on and off campus.
Service is a key component in the lives of most BC students. This year, some students found a new way to help the community by sharing one of their passions, the arts. Students in the visual and performing arts found a way to help children in the greater Boston area through A-STEP. Last year's Monim visiting professor of the theater department, Mary Mitchell Campbell, founded the national organization. Students in the BC theater department were eager for a way to use their talents to help others. A-STEP at BC was just the ticket.
By adding the art component, we're able to really bring all of these talents together that basically all the BC community has, whether it be through singing, through music, through poetry, to visual arts, through drama, through all of these things. Our participants have the opportunity to just go out there into the community and use their talents.
Along with students volunteering at placement programs, A-STEP at BC organizes events throughout the year. This included last spring's A-STEP benefit concert, Songs for a New World. The show was directed by Mary Mitchell Campbell and starred current BC students and BC alumni. Other A-STEP at BC events include a 24-hour playwriting competition, as well as Disney and holiday cabaret nights. A-STEP at BC perfectly combines the arts and social justice. It gives students an outlet to express themselves while serving others in our local community.
The past year was a good one for BC sports, with many teams achieving outstanding results. The football team surprised experts with an 8-5 finish, and the women's basketball team upset ACC giants Duke and UNC. The men's hockey team continued its winning ways, bringing home another national championship after a dominating performance at the Frozen Four in Detroit. Goalie John Muse allowed just one goal over both games, and forward Ben Smith was voted the tournament MVP. BC beat Wisconsin 5-0 in the championship game to win the title. But the real story coming out of BC athletics this year was Mark Herzlich's courageous battle with cancer. He was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, a rare form of bone cancer, in May of 2009. Mark persevered despite his constant chemo treatments, maintaining a workout routine. He was determined to play again. Mark and his teammates also saw the diagnosis as an opportunity to help others. Fellow football player Ryan Lindsay decided to start a chapter of Uplifting Athletes at BC. Uplifting Athletes is a charity with chapters at universities across the country. The organization raises money to help fight rare diseases.
Mark's a teammate, he's in my class. It was a no-brainer, so as soon as I was told about this, I wanted to do it for him and, for everybody else.
BC's fundraising efforts included Lift for Life, a weightlifting competition among the team members that raised $28,000. Schools around the ACC also did their part, donating thousands of dollars to research in Mark's name. This experience undoubtedly changed the lives of many, including Mark himself.
Unfortunately, I had to be, getting chemotherapy for 5 hours a day for 8 months. But that time that I had to really soak in everything that was going on has helped me be more patient and kind of a more understanding person. It was the community of Boston College who really took hold of this cause and tried to raise the awareness of money.
On national TV in November, Mark announced some extraordinary news.
I was like, okay, well, what did Dr. Staten say? And he goes, well, he looked at your MRIs and he said he's, about 99% sure that the cancer is completely gone.
Former BC soccer standout and U.S. national team member Charlie Davies has also overcome adversity in the past year. He was involved in a terrible car accident in October, With the support Davies received from the BC community, he was able to make a remarkable recovery. BC had 4 other athletes representing the country, all in the 2010 Winter Olympics. Current BC students Kelly Stack and Molly Schaus both skated for the U.S. women's hockey team. Kelly had 2 goals and both women came home with silver medals. 1999 grad Tyler Jewell competed in the snowboarding competition, while Brooks Orpik won a silver medal with the U.S. men's hockey team. Boston College also had 2 former Eagles in the Super Bowl this year, Jolon Dunbar of the Saints and Jamie Silva of the Colts. Both at BC and after graduation, our athletes continue to go above and beyond on and off the field.
BC alumni made headlines this year in local and national politics. Former UGBC President Seti Warren and BC law grad Scott Brown were both elected to office. In November of 2009, Seti Warren was elected as the mayor of Newton. Warren, a graduate of the class of '93, is the first African American to be elected mayor in Massachusetts, so we now have a BC grad overseeing our local community. We also have 2 BC law grads leading the Commonwealth of Massachusetts in the U.S. Senate. Scott Brown joins John Kerry in Washington, D.C.
I got a very nice and well-rounded education at D.C., and I enjoyed the values that BC exhibited, fairness and equality and fair play. So I had a very positive experience there.
Senator Brown is thrilled to represent Massachusetts at the national level. The future looks bright with Mayor Seti Warren leading Newton and Senator Scott Brown helping to represent Massachusetts. Politically minded BC students and grads can be hopeful that with a BC education as a foundation and a little hard work, dreams of political success really can come true.
Many alumni strive to stay involved with the Boston College community long after graduation. Some alumni work directly with students at the Career Center. These alums volunteer their time to discuss how to interview for jobs and put together a cover letter and resume. These face-to-face meetings between alumni and students are extremely beneficial. Equally as important is online networking. Students can create a network of professional alumni by accessing career services online. Here, students can find internships, recommendations, and job opportunities. To submit your job information for students' use or to seek employment yourself, visit bc.edu/offices/careers/alumni. Boston College fosters a sense of family and community. For alumni, a great way to help is by volunteering on behalf of BC. You can give back to Boston College and get involved at the same time. Sign up online and you'll be notified of all volunteer opportunities, both on and off campus. In addition to helping students and the BC community, it's important for alumni to stay connected with one another. The Alumni Online community is a great place to foster communication among classmates. Here, you can plan upcoming reunions, organize class events, set up alumni get-togethers, or contribute information for your class to the Boston College magazine. Modern technology makes staying connected easier than ever with social networking sites like Facebook. Facebook has many special interest groups for alumni. Boston College's primary initiative at the moment is the Light the World campaign. One of the things that you can do to light the world is to give your time. Whatever you do, just get involved. Boston College is a remarkable institution. BC students seek an education that betters both themselves and the world around them. It is important to maintain this outlook and hold close the Jesuit ideal of being men and women for others.
Reinvest in your Boston College Jesuit roots. Commit yourself to becoming actively involved in the BC community. Students and alumni alike are getting involved, now more than ever. The Eagles are going to soar to even greater heights in the years to come. Thanks for watching this year's edition of the Boston College Alumni Association video newsletter, Reinvesting in Our Jesuit Roots. See you next year.